What if he did happen to glance my way when I'm in nothing but my underwear? If our eyes would meet while I'm half naked, I would lose it. So embarrassing. Manly badass hero. Oh God. Oh, I hope he never watches my channel. Oh God. How's it going, everyone? My name is Lionel and welcome to Stalker Yandere. This is a dating sim between a stalker and Yandere, and gosh darn it, it looks adorable. Let's get into it. With a sigh, I open my textbook. I've got an important test tomorrow and haven't done anything yet. Might be getting late, but I have to study now. I have to focus. I have to learn this stuff before I go to bed. Even though my parents aren't home tonight and I've got the whole house to myself, even with all the temptation and no one to check on me, I have to study. I have to get a passing grade for this exam at least, or I am screwed. But the temptation, it's so tempting. No, I cannot let my mind wander off again. Once I look out the window, I won't be able to concentrate on this damn boring textbook anymore. Just a peek wouldn't hurt though, is what I said last night, but once I actually take that peek, I will do it again and again and again. Under no circumstances should I look out of my window and at my senpai. How many lines have I read so far? Damn it, I can't concentrate on this damn book, even when I don't look. Then, why not take a quick peek? Slowly, I glance to my right and look out the window, careful not to be seen peeking. Oh my, he's right there, casually leaning against the wall while smoking a cigarette. He's right there, he always is, my senpai. I don't know his favorite color, I don't know what food he likes, I don't even know his name, but I know he's standing there, standing vigilant. Senpai is such a handsome, rugged man. He looks so strong and tough, and he always has that manly, unshaven look. But what I like about him are his eyes. His eyes are like mirrors to his soul. Every time I walk past him to school, he looks at me with those piercing eyes. Other men quickly look away when I meet their gaze, but Senpai looks back at me with confidence. He doesn't avoid making eye contact. He seeks it and doesn't look away until he gets it. And as you can see, Senpai is always wearing cool urban jackets, long ones that look old and worn out with plain clothes underneath them. Senpai doesn't care what other people think of his style. He wears it with confidence. But I do know what he looks like underneath them. In the summer, Senpai wore more revealing clothes like t-shirts and I could see his muscle. You know, I'll just be honest here. Every time I read Senpai, I just think to myself, manly badass hero. Everyone keeps saying that my vibe is kind of similar to his. So right now, I guess I'm gonna call like Senpai manly badass hero. Why not? Manly badass hero is very buff. He's no fatty underneath a jacket. What new thoughts I'm having. If manly badass hero knew what I was thinking right now. I was actually worried when it became winter. Manly badass hero was always there in the summer, but I thought the winter nights might be too cold for him, so I was relieved to see that my fears weren't true. Even in the coldest of winters, he would stand there until late in the night, just standing there, doing nothing. Some nights he even stays here past midnight before leaving. In fact, I've never seen him leave before. When I can't sleep and take a peek outside, he's gone. But when I'm staying up late to study, he's still there, no matter how late it gets. Sometimes I pretend he stands there until I turn off the lights in my room. Wouldn't that be romantic? I mean, I haven't seen him disprove my theory yet. Focus, Lionel. You've got the exam tomorrow. If you get distracted by manly badass hero tonight, your grades are going to drop again. Your parents are already pissed about it. No need to make it worse. And maybe, just maybe, manly badass hero will be disappointed too. No, he wouldn't. Manly badass hero doesn't care about things like grades or school. He loves me for who I am and not who they want me to be. Manly badass hero is a real bad boy. No one tells him what to do, who he should be. If he wants to wear those clothes, he will. If he wants to hang under those street corners, he doesn't have to explain himself. If he wants to stay there past midnight, he does. No matter if people scoff at him and ask him to leave. No, manly badass hero wouldn't mind me having a naughty side myself. I mean, I would love to get good grades and become a nurse someday, but he wouldn't love me any less if I wouldn't. Also, I wouldn't mind patching him right up after he got into a fight. Taking off his shirt to see the wounds and bruises, running my hands over the sore muscles and feeling the tension flow out of them under my touch. Applying bandages and cleaning his wounds so my manly baddest hero wouldn't get an infection. All romantic, manly, badass hero getting into a fight to defend my honor against some shameless street punks, and me getting to take care of him in return. And that's what I think he's doing right there, right now. I mean, manly, badass hero has to be standing here for a reason, right? He must be a vigilante, watching the streets for any signs of danger. Oh, if only he would patrol them just for me. Wouldn't that be romantic? Oh, so manly, badass hero. Why he's standing there every night, standing near my window, staring nowhere. I mean, I've seen you glance my way before. I wonder if manly, badass hero watched me while I was changing. I never really changed in plain sight. I don't want to scare him off or seem like a slut after all. But manly, badass hero could see me take off my clothes if he tried. I wonder if he ever saw it. I look at him quite often, but never when changing. I get so flustered. I can't get myself to look out a window and look. That would be too lewd. I mean, what if he did happen to glance my way when I'm in nothing but my underwear? If our eyes would meet while I'm half naked, I would lose it. So embarrassing. Manly, badass hero. Oh, God. Oh, I hope he never watches my channel. Oh, God. And I would have reacted too. I would immediately cover myself up. He would think I'm some slut who likes to be seen naked. I don't want manly badass hero to think about me that way. Ooh, ooh. And if I were to cover myself up and scream, he might think I don't want him to look at me, that he invaded my privacy, that I would think of him as a pervy boy, that he's not good enough for me. That would be even worse. So I can't get myself to look his way while changing. Does he look at me? I don't know. I don't care. But I would like to know. Am I pretty enough for him? Does he look at me? No. I can't think of manly badass hero like that. Like he's some ordinary perv. Surely he's not here to watch me undress while having lewd thoughts himself. I mean, is he? Is manly badass hero always standing there just to look at me? To watch me through the window until I close the drapes? Wouldn't that be romantic? That he has just been standing there so many nights just to see me. Just imagine he braved the freezing winter night and scorching summer days just to watch me. Oh, yes. Yeah? No, it can't be. I mean, I'm not nearly pretty enough to be noticed by someone handsome like senpai, much less being obsessed over. I should just forget about senpai for now and focus on my homework. Tomorrow's test is a very important one. Yeah? I think I've studied enough for today. Enough for a passing grade at least. I'm sure of that. What to do now? My parents aren't home today, so I've got the entire house to myself. I could watch TV all night or play video games and chat with my friends on Hype, or maybe I could approach Senpai. I mean, my parents aren't home right now. They wouldn't see us together. Daddy doesn't want me anywhere near Senpai. He thinks of Senpai as some good-for-nothing troublemaker. But Daddy isn't around right now. If I were to approach manly badass hero and ask him in for some coffee, we would all be alone, undisturbed, and my parents won't be coming home for another few hours at least. But what if senpai doesn't like me? What if I scare him off when I approach him and ask him to come inside? What if he's not interested in me at all? Do I want my heart to be broken? Right now, I can at least pretend that manly badass hero might like me. If manly badass hero were to reject me, I would die of embarrassment on the spot. No, I mustn't think like that. Manly badass hero was a good person deep inside and know it. Even if he doesn't want to be with me, he won't be harsh when rejecting me. I'm sure he is tender and understanding underneath his tough exterior. He'll make sure my feelings feelings aren't hurt too bad. Even if he doesn't like me, senpai would let me down easily. I'm sure of it. Oh gosh, what should I do? Oh my god, I'm going to approach senpai. I'm going to approach senpai, yes! I should try it. If I don't do anything myself, I have no rights to expect anything to change. I've got to be bold. But first, I've got to rehearse what I'll say to him. If I don't, I'm sure my mind would be blank at the moment I open my mouth. I wouldn't want to stutter and end up saying nothing. Alright, I can do this. I will do this. Ah, senpai. He already spotted me and curiously looks at me with his sexy, piercing gaze. I stop a few steps away from him and I try to look him in the eye. Hi. Oh, why? Hello there. What are you doing out here? Didn't your parents teach you not to go outside after dark? I'm sorry, man. I'm bad as hero. Oh, but I was wondering. It's got cold inside, and you've been standing here. So maybe. What are you mumbling about? Would you like to come inside for some coffee? Just coffee, I swear, senpai. Just coffee, I swear. Oh, you don't want to? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. I'll leave you alone now. Quickly, I turn around to hide my flushed cheeks and dash back home. Hey, wait. Senpai. So you're inviting me in for coffee? I stopped dead in my tracks and turned around to manly badass hero. I am. And your parents are okay with that? They're not home right now. Is that so? Alright, I could use some coffee. Really? Sure, lead the way. He said yes. Manly badass hero said yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! He said yes. Okay, follow me. I walk back home trying to act cool. It's tougher than it should be. Butterflies are fluttering in my stomach, my heart is beating my throat, and my whole face feels hot. It's taking all my concentration just to walk straight. Manly badass hero is going to be inside of my house. He's going to talk to me. I'm going to know his name. Oh, manly badass hero. I fumble with the keys, try to unlock the door, and awkwardly giggle as I notice I'm jamming the wrong key into the lock. Damn it, why didn't I leave the door open? This is so embarrassing. Finally, I managed to open the door and invite manly badass hero in. He laughs at me as he walks in. Oh, manly badass hero. I got him to the living room and he sits down on the sofa. I'll go make us some coffee. Actually, I don't really like coffee. Got any booze? On second thought, I shouldn't be drunk for what we're about to do. Oh, manly badass hero! He lets out a confident laugh where others would find it intimidating or even ominous how that laugh sounded. His voice makes me weak in the knees. Manly badass hero is such a bold man! And it's a good thing he didn't want any alcohol. I want one beer breath to ruin our first date. You know what? Fetch me a cola, girl. I nod vigorously and go to the kitchen. I quickly take out the cola and a set of glasses. As I'm pouring his drink, I hear senpai laugh again from the other room and say something to himself. This will be even easier than I thought. This shouldn't take long. Shouldn't take long? Is manly badass hero gonna leave soon? Oh no, did I scare him off somehow? Did I look too pathetic trying to open the door? Maybe manly badass hero isn't interested in me after all. No, I shouldn't think like that. I can make him stay. He just needs to get to know me and I can make him love me. Oh man, manly badass hero. I entered the living room to hand manly badass hero his cola before sitting down. So, quick, think of something to talk about. Break the ice. What do you do for a living? You know, stuff. Stuff? I don't really like to talk about my work, but I've got a hobby I like. A hobby? What is it? Bird watching. Bird watching. Would you like to watch my bird, senpai? I'm a tweet for you all day long. You've got to stand in place for a long time. You've got to be brave on a lot of hot days and cold nights, but I like doing it. Senpai takes a large sip of his cola before continuing. Oh, Senpai is thirsty! I followed a few birds around before, and right now, after this little red-haired bird, a real looker too, but she only shows brief glimpses of herself every so often. But to a vet stock, a bird watcher like me, those brief glimpses are all worth it. You sound really enthusiastic about your hobby. That's strange. Senpai is always standing at the street corner. When does he have the time to go bird watching? Am I a little bird, senpai? Am I a little birdie wordy, senpai? Does he go bird watching when I'm in school? But when does he work then? Or is he a professional bird watcher? Is there even such a thing? Although that does explain why he always carries around those binoculars. He must come here straight from the fields or the park. For a long time, I thought this little red-headed bird didn't even notice me. That she didn't even notice I was there or pretended not to see me. I'm not sure I like the way Senpai is talking about birds. It's like he thinks of them as people, and bird watching isn't a very masculine sport either. Did I misjudge how cool Senpai is? But then this little red-headed bird suddenly looked at me and flew over and invited me into her nest. The little bird must not have known she invited a snake. And when you invite a snake into your nest, it's only natural it will eat all your eggs. So Senpai, yes! I'm confused. What the hell is Senpai blabbering about? Talking about birds and snakes? Is its actual hobby writing children's stories, or is he trying to convert me to some crazy internet religion? I don't understand what you mean. What eggs? And why would you be a snake? You don't look like a snake to me. Are you a role player or something? I mean, hey, if you are. I've got a lot of costumes for a senpai. No, the nest and eggs symbolize your house and virginity and... Oh, senpai. To hell with this cryptic nonsense. You invited me into your house for coffee while your parents are away. It's almost as if you want me to take advantage of you. Take advantage of me? Oh, do you mean? Oh, senpai, I'm gonna rap. Oh, yeah. I'm going to grape, shape. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling a bit woozy. Is the room spinning? Quickly, I grab Senpai's glass from his hands before he drops it and put it on the table. Then I take a moment to admire how cute Senpai looks while he sleeps. Senpai, that roofie I put in your cola seems to take a long time to take effect. Your metabolism must be really strong. I expected no less from you, my manly prince. Oh, it is manly badass hero. Although you were acting a bit strange before you fainted. Snakes and birds. I didn't know roofies made someone hallucinate and ramble before they knocked out. Anyway, I should move you before you wake up. I can't keep you here. Daddy would be pissed if he found you in his house. He doesn't really like you, I'm afraid. But that's okay. I love you. And in time, you'll learn to love me too. But what will I do with you in the meantime? Daddy will be real angry if he sees you in his house. I know. I'll put you in that storage unit I have. Just until you wake up and learn how to love me. I'm sure you'll do so in no time. You won't be stubborn like the last one, won't you, senpai? You won't break my heart, right, senpai? Because I would hate having to pierce yours. No, I'm sure you won't disappoint me, manly badass hero. You'll learn how to love me, and then I'll move in with you, and we'll live happily ever after. Doesn't that sound wonderful, senpai? Oh, Yandere and... Alright, let's go back and check out the other endings. I'm not going to approach Senpai and see what happens. No, I shouldn't. I would be heartbroken even if Senpai let me down easy. And Senpai is such a bad boy. He wouldn't like it if a girl asked him out. He should ask me out. Yeah, that's how it should be. It would be so romantic too. But he hasn't asked me out yet. How long would I have to wait before he does? I mean, it has been half a year already. Maybe he's just as scared as I am. Maybe he fears my rejection as much as I fear his. Poor senpai, wondering if I like him or not. If only he could feel the burning desire I have for him. If only I could tell him how I feel. Maybe I should show my affection more. I mean, I never looked at him directly. I always look away when he looks my way. I always glance secretly. Maybe if he saw me trying to avoid his gaze, thought I would want nothing with him, that I'm just some ice queen who thinks herself above the likes of him. I hope I never gave senpai such an impression. You know what? I should look away this time. I should look out the window, and when he looks at me, I should look back down and smile at him. That will show my affection to him, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll even wave at senpai. Oh, wave at senpai, everybody! Wave at senpai! Yes, if he's standing out there for me, he'll know I like him too. He might gather the courage to finally ask me out. And if he's not here for me, I'm just being friendly to our neighborhood vigilante, showing my appreciation for protecting us all. It's the perfect plan. I'm gonna look out the window. Look at senpai. Look at senpai. I look out the window. Senpai is standing there as usual, being cool. Unlike usual, I don't look away after a few seconds. This time I can look for as long as I want. Oh, look at senpai long enough for my eyes to adjust in the darkness. This is bliss. After a few minutes, senpai grabs his binoculars and looks in my general direction. Unlike usual, I don't look away. Unlike usual, senpai doesn't look through the binoculars. Instead, he freezes when he sees me watching him. Ah, senpai. Surprised I'm finally paying attention to you. I'm sorry I was such an ice queen before. Casually, I wave at senpai. Hello, senpai. Meanwhile, I sit ahead of senpai, also known as Robert. Why is she looking back at me? She never looks straight back at me. She always looks away shyly, always too spineless for confrontation, but now she's staring at me, relentlessly. Damn it, she's still not looking away. I thought I had this girl all figured out. Shy, reclusive, and a bit careless with the curtains when changing sometimes. She was the perfect victim. So why is she looking at me with such a confident gaze? It's as if she's not scared of me at all. I've never seen a girl's attitude turn around so quickly. She just waves at me. What does it mean? Why? She called the cops on me, didn't she? She called the cops and now she's gloating. Yeah. Ah, screw this. I'm not best signal for a girl like that. Plenty of easier fish in the sea. Senpai, why are you walking away? No, did I scare Senpai? Did I offend him somehow? Senpai, what did I do wrong? Senpai, no, calm down. He'll be back tomorrow, he'll be back. The day after tomorrow, the day after that, or the day after that, or the day after that. Senpai will come back eventually. He has to. Don't worry, Senpai, I'll wait for you. No matter how long it takes. Lonely ending? No! I am not gonna look out the window. I want senpai to stay for me. I need senpai to stay for me. No. I can't do that either. If I'm gonna look at him, I'll fluster and forget the plan once his piercing eyes meet mine and make me weak in the knees like usual. No doubt about it. I would ruin even a simple plan like that. Oh, senpai, if only you were a stalker after all. I could lure you in with some of my innocent whites and know for sure you'd like me too. That'd make things easy. I could just hang them out at my window and then wait until you scaled the wall to steal them. Then you'd see me sitting here, watching you as you caught me holding my underwear. I can already imagine the adorable blush you'd have as your eyes meet mine and you'd realize the situation you're in. I'd giggle and confuse the heck out of you. Oh, senpai, it would only make you blush more, wouldn't it? Yes. And if you're a neighborhood vigilante after all, you would approach me later and tell me about the danger of leaving my underwear out in the open like that. I would thank you and maybe get a chance to confess my feelings to you. Yes, maybe I should try that. It's simple, safe, and a bit naughty. No, senpai. I bet senpai will like it a bit naughty. Oh, I'm gonna hang out my underwear as bait. Let's do this. I grabbed the required tools for the job and some of my panties. Instant white should do. Not too naughty, but still attractive. These underwear are still clean and fresh. Should I use a used pair instead? No, that wouldn't make a difference now, would it? Senpai should be able to tell the difference until he actually holds them. And by then, we're already face to face. I hang my innocent whites out in the open for all to see and walk to the other side of my room. No doubt Senpai can see them from there, but it should be out of sight for now. And now we wait. Senpai! Senpai! 15 minutes later, I hear some strange noise in my front yard. I hope that's Senpai. It's getting kind of chilly having my window open in the middle of winter. The strange noise just gets closer and louder. No doubt about it anymore. Someone is trying to climb up the front side of my house. Wait, what if it isn't Senpai? What if some creep saw my underwear first and tries to steal them? Oh no, I don't think that's true. What if my plan accidentally lures some perverted stalker into my room? Please don't be a creep. Please don't be a creep, please. Oh, thank goodness. It is Senpai after all. Slowly, Senpai's hand appears at my windowsill as he tries to climb his way into my room. Senpai's going to be in my room. Oh, Senpai! Oh, badly bad at hero! Senpai heaves himself up and grabs my innocent whites. Then he looks into the room and sees me looking at him. Just as predicted, his handsome piercing eyes shows clear surprise when he sees me sitting here. Then a smile appears and he once again looks like the confident man I fell for. Well, well, Missy, you're in for bad. Senpai, hi! Oh, Senpai tried to say something. I interrupted him. I thought I was clever rehearsing what I was about to say, but I ruined it instead. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Just stick to the plan. The damage has already been done. How nice of you to swing by. The duck? Hi! I know we haven't really met yet, and I don't even know your name, but I was wondering if we could... Oh, duck this. You ain't psyching me out, girl. Senpai drops my innocent whites and steps into the room, walking straight towards me. Then he stretches his arms out towards me. Oh my gosh, Senpai wants to hug me right away. He doesn't beat around the bush just like I imagined. I have to show him it's okay. Oh yes, Senpai. Quickly, I jump at him to hug him. Senpai jumps back a bit, though. The duck? What the heck are you doing? Oh no, did I do something wrong? Senpai? Did I move too quickly? Do I look needy or desperate? Did I screw up after all? Senpai! I quickly let go of Senpai and step backwards. I'm sorry. Well, you were asking for it. Always wearing such a short skirt. You were pretty much begging to be hugged one of these days. Oh god. And I've waited for a long time for an opportunity like this. Don't think you can talk your way out of this with your cute puppy eyes, Missy. They won't get you out of trouble this time. In fact, they're part of the reason you're in this mess to begin with. You think my eyes are cute? Senpai, do you think my eyes are cute, Senpai? And I don't know what you were thinking, hanging your underwear out in the open knowing I was standing right there, but I hung them there to lure you in. Wait, what? I mean, hung them there to invite you in. I didn't mean to say you were some sort of animal that can be lured in with underwear like they're a piece of meat. The duck are you talking about? I always say you're standing in the corner and you just seem so lonely, so I tried to lure you into my room so we could talk. Talk? You think we're just going to talk? Or maybe a bit more than talking if you'd like. Oh, it's going to be a lot more than talking. Wait. Do you want to be hugged, Missy? Hugging? If you'd like to. I'd like to know a bit more about you first, if that's okay, though. And I'm not sure how that's possible if we're both okay with it. I'm sorry for not knowing this sort of stuff. I'm not really experienced. Well, aren't you a kinky one? And here I thought you were cute but quiet girl. He wants me to be quiet? Am I talking too much? I'm sorry. Never mind that. Let's get down to business. 12 days later. Hey, Robert. How was your day? Fine, fine. Damn it, she's still here. I thought I could just hug this girl and things would be over with. Never expected her to follow me home and just waltz right into like she just owns the place. I didn't mind the first few days seeing how feisty she is in the sack, but she hasn't left my house in 12 whole days. People are going to think I abducted her. Hey, Yandere-chan, aren't your parents gonna be concerned if you're away from home for so long? They must be worried sick right now. Don't worry. I called them and told them I was staying with some friends for 12 whole days. It's been 12 whole days, right? You're right. I should come up with a new excuse soon. What's the matter with this girl? First she's fine with a stalker barging into her home, then she immediately puts out and seems to be all over me. I should be praising the skies for finding a girl like that, but I just can't shake the feeling there's something dead wrong with her. Something about her puts me on edge. I hang my coat on the rack, throw the car keys on the sofa, and enter my small and cramped living room. So, what have you been up to, Yandere-chan? What are you doing with that baby? Isn't he just adorable? Oh, poo. Was she pregnant? Is that why she's been clinging onto me like I'm the last man on earth? She has a damn good figure for a pregnant lady. That ain't enough for me to put up with this. I've got to get this crazy chick out of here. Pronto. She'll probably try to blackmail me with the whole, assault thing. But I'm not going to be trapped in relation with that. I'll just make her disappear if need be. Hey, this wasn't part of the deal, Missy. I knew nothing about no baby, and I sure as hell ain't gonna settle with ya to raise it. Hush, Robert. I've got him quiet. Don't startle him. Listen, lady. I didn't know you were pregnant, and I sure as hell ain't looking for a relationship this serious. So I suggest you take that baby out of my house before I make ya. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word. He's got your eyes, Robert. See? Doesn't he look just like you? What? My eyes? Does she think... Whoa there, Missy. This ain't our kid. We just met a few days ago. There's no way you could squeeze that little bugger in such a short period. That ain't my kid. Wrong. You are the father, Robert. I'm not the mother, but you're definitely the father. That ain't your kid? The hell is going on here? Whose beloved kid is it then? Remember Natalie Jones? Natalie Jones? Where did you hear that name? Who told you? Who the duck are you? Natalie Jones. She's one of your previous girls, wasn't she? Like Hannah, and Emily, and Francesca, and Anna, and Jennifer, and Joan, Cassandra, Felice, Monica, Pauline, Rachel, and of course Tiffany. Tiffany was just a dear, wasn't she? For you see, 2 days ago when you went to work, I began to tidy up the place and clean it up. It was long overdue. Still haven't heard a thank you, by the way. Tidy up? I haven't been able to find a freaking thing in my own place for days now. And I sure as hell didn't have any potpourri lying around before this wonderful girl came along. Anyway, while I was cleaning up, I came across your No-No magazine collection. My... What? You mean my... It's okay. All boys collect those dirty pictures before they find themselves a girlfriend. And now that you have me, you don't need them anymore either. So I burned them all outside. You did what? Don't worry. If you want a dirty picture, you just have to ask me and I'll pose for you. But we should have to talk about the contents of those pictures, Robert. You know you can buy pictures with women in seductive poses, right? Or just download them from the internet. You don't have to make them yourself. And you definitely don't need to collect them like some weird mementos of the girls like hair braids or necklaces. But don't worry. I took care of everything in that box and made sure to pay the women from the pictures a visit too. You paid them a visit? What do you mean by that? Don't worry, sweetie. They were just one-night stands. I understand. You never actually loved them. Not like we love each other. But just had to make sure they wouldn't try to steal you from me. So I wrote down their names and addresses before I burned those pictures and tracked them down. I made sure they never come between us. What do you mean by that? That still doesn't explain the baby. What the hell did you do? Take care of them, silly. I tried to do it as efficiently as possible, but I'm afraid there were some collateral. Collateral? Turns out Cassandra got married after a little fling, and her husband suddenly came back a little earlier than usual. So earlier, I was getting rid of the evidence. He saw everything, so I couldn't just let him leave. Evidence? And Emily. She was one of the first girls, wasn't she? Her daughter was already 15. Funny, right? Our first daughter is only 3 years younger than me. But she tried to call the cops, so I had to deal with her as well. She didn't look much like you anyways, unlike this little guy right here. My daughter? Your sex ed classes must have really sucked. It's like you don't even know you should wear a condom during a one-night stand. You've impregnated 5 of them after all. But unlike Emily's daughter and this little fella, the other kids were at school when I broke into the houses, so they never saw a thing. And with Natalie and Rachel, I crossed the last 2 names off the list today. It has been a busy few days, but I can now be certain that none of those wenches will ever try to steal you away from me, sweetie. And the baby? I was gonna put him out of its misery after I took care of his mother, but then it stopped crying and looked at me with its baby blue eyes. I just couldn't do it. They were your eyes. It would be like stabbing my dear Robert himself. I just couldn't get myself to harm this little angel. So I took him with me. You killed them? You killed all of them? Don't worry, Robert. I already asked the landlord and he said we're allowed to raise the child here as long as he doesn't keep our neighbors awake at night. You killed them. Have to run. Get the hell away from this place and never look back, pretending this never happened. We're going to be one happy, loving family. Doesn't that sound great, Robert, dearie? Run away, run away, run away! Escape, retreat, regroup, and run in fear! I asked you a question, dear. Doesn't that sound great? Robert? I quickly nodded absently as I slowly backed off. Sure, babe. Just let me get something real quick. Something I left in my car. Would you be a dear and grab those diapers real quick? Junior will start crying again if I don't cradle him, but I have to lay him down just to get them. I'll be back in a minute. Robert, dear, the diapers. Now. Alright, I'll grab the diapers first then. I walked to the cabinets and there's indeed a pack of diapers in there, among other stuff. Just as I'm about to turn around, I hear a key turning. Yandere-chan is standing at the door and quickly lets the key slide back into her pocket. Since when is there a second lock to that door? Honey? I had the landlord put it in there today. Told him I didn't feel safe with just one lock and a chain. Not when we have little Junior to worry about. And where's my copy of the key? He only gave me 1 key, so you'll just have to ask me to open the door if you want to get out, dear. Well, I still have that thing in the car to get. What thing? You know, the thing I forgot to take with me on the way in. And what is it you forgot? What I forgot? Well, run away, run away, run away! I need to get at her to unlock the door so I can get out of here. Well, I forgot to take the... I quickly glanced at the table for inspiration and see some magazines on how to raise a baby. A box of something baby related and my car keys. Damn, my car keys. If I just put those things in my pocket instead of throwing them on the table like usual, they would have been a perfect excuse to go back. I'll just have to stall her. I see you're taking this mother thing real serious. Magazines, diapers, and what's that box for? That? Oh, that's one of the GPS chips you put in baby's clothes or pacifier, so you can find them anywhere on the planet if they go missing. I know you're not supposed to surgically administer them yourself, but I'm pretty good with a knife. You cut open the baby? In a dirty apartment like this? Dirty? I just cleaned it! But no, I didn't put them in Junior, of course. That would be cruel. Besides, where would a baby run off to? He hasn't even crawled yet, silly. Then why? Wait, the pain I've been feeling in my neck these past few days. I slowly touched the sore spot and I ignored the annoying itch of pain. What felt like just an infected pimple before does feel an awful like a sewn shut wound now that I touch it again. And I can feel something that feels a lot like some kind of stitching in there. Did you? Shush, Robert dear. Give me a hand with the baby. You can go grab whatever you left in the car later. Twisted love and... I like Yandere-chan. I really love Yandere-chan. Gosh darn it. You know, I swear to God, this is the role I was meant to play. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna hang my underwear out there. No, that's a stupid idea. Hanging my panties out in the open, luring senpai with bait like he's some sort of animal? It would never work. It would only make me look lewd. My ideas have been getting worse and worse. Just thinking like this is going to scare my senpai away. I should just stop trying to think of ways to make it mine and enjoy our time together. I can love senpai from afar. I can control myself. If senpai wants to be with me, he'll ask me out himself. I'm sure of it. I have to keep my eyes off senpai for now. I can't stare at him for too long or I'm going to screw it up. I have to keep myself occupied with something else. But what? I could just go downstairs and watch some TV, kill some time before my parents get back, or it's time to go to bed. Or I could hype chat with Sebastian-kun for a while. I'm sure he's up for it. Who's Sebastian-kun? I forgot to mention him before. Whoops, my bad. Sebastian-kun is my childhood friend. We've been playing together for as long as I can remember. Friends before we could even walk or talk, and we're neighbors too, so we see each other quite often as well. And I have to admit, Sebastian-kun used to be my senpai before I met senpai. He was my first crush, but it never went anywhere. Back when I still had a crush on Sebastian-kun, we used to chat a lot, and every so often the topic shifted to dating and relationships. When this happened, I tried to casually lead the conversation to what girls he liked. But every time I did that, he would blush and look away. He couldn't look me in the eyes, and even though we had become friends for longer than either of us can remember, it was a real mystery at first. Why would Sebastian-kun look down and stutter while he tried to change the subject? Why would he blush and avoid my gaze as he tried to formulate some excuse not to answer my questions? For a while, I hoped he liked me, that he wouldn't answer my questions because the answer would be a confession. And so I wouldn't say a thing after asking him something of that nature, to make sure I wouldn't rush or interrupt him. I would be completely silent and just look at him with an encouraging gaze, hoping he'd confess his love to me. But he only said less when I did that. He seemed even more flustered. If it wasn't me, I started to wonder what girls he did fancy. Was it Chelsea, Diane, or maybe that vain girl, Vivienne? Just thinking of what girls could be the crush of that Sebastian-kun would fill me with sadness and envy. I never showed my jealousy, of course. When I asked Sebastian-kun if he liked one of those girls, I would ask him with a warm smile and a calm voice. But every time I asked him, Sebastian-kun seemed genuinely surprised and gave me a clear answer. No, I don't like her. And he seemed so genuine too. Every girl I asked him about, he wouldn't say he didn't like at all. He would say that they were pretty, sure, but he wasn't attracted to them. And I was confused. Sebastian-kun didn't like any girl, but when I asked him who he liked, he wouldn't look at me, stutter and turn red like a tomato, and he wouldn't answer me. It took me a while to figure out what the answer was, but it was so obvious once I figured it out. Sebastian-kun was gay, but he wasn't ready to tell anyone. I mean, what else would it be? He never answered my question, but he was afraid to tell me about his real preferences. That's okay, Sebastian-kun. I'll be your friend. No matter what your sexual preferences are, I'll support you all the way, and I hope that once you're ready to tell anyone, it'll be me. You could trust me, Sebastian-kun. I won't shun you. So that's Sebastian-kun's story. It's been a while since I figured it out, and I noticed Senpai standing outside my window a few days later. I actually asked Sebastian-kun's opinion about Senpai, but seems like Senpai isn't his taste. He even seemed a bit confused if I asked him if he thought Senpai was cute too. Now, let's get back to my question. Shall I watch some TV or hype with Sebastian-kun? Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? What happens if we just go watch some TV? We'll hype with Sebastian-kun later. I'm not in the mood to talk with Sebastian-kun right now. Knowing myself, it'll only drone on about Senpai anyway, and Sebastian-kun doesn't seem too enthusiastic when I do so. I go downstairs and crash on the couch. After grabbing a bag of potato chips, I turn on the TV and zap through the channels a bit. Damn, nothing good as usual. There are some interesting programs, but nothing I haven't seen already. Oh well, I guess I could watch one of those kitschy chick flicks again. I've got nothing better to do anyway. It's not like anyone watches this stuff for the plot. And Troubled Boy kinda reminds me of Senpai. It's not bad on the eyes either. If only the protagonist wasn't such an ungrateful girl. So what if the local popular yet mean girl doesn't like a personality and tastes in clothes for no good reason? You gotta passe your friends on your first day of school even though you're barely paid any attention to them. This particular protagonist is even colder and less likable than the supposed victim of the story. You're the one trying to steal her boyfriend, you disagreeable person. I get grumpy when I see movie substitute Senpai doesn't appear for a while. He gets so little screen time in this movie. Instead, we're all supposed to root for the popular kid who's already in a relationship. Movie morality can be so messed up. Don't be sad, movie senpai. I'd choose you over that quarterback if I was her. I turn off the TV when the movie starts to pick up, and the girl realizes the two-dimensional quarterback loves her too. Such an unrealistic, wish-fulfilling ending. So predictable. At least I'll never break my senpai's heart. I'll stay faithful to him until he asks me out, and we'll live happily ever after. Until then, I can always see him from my window, staying vigilant. Tomorrow, and the day after that, the day after that, and the day after that. Every day until they will be together. Don't worry, senpai. I'll wait for you. Continuum end. Alright, let's go ahead and go for the true ending then. Alright, let's hype with Sebastian-kun! Hype with Sebastian-kun! Oh god, I opened hype on my computer and started a conversation with Sebastian-kun. Hey Sebastian, how's it hanging? Same as always, and may I say, you look pretty today. Also, same as always. Not that I think you look the same, you're even more beautiful some days. Wait, I don't mean you look ugly today. Damn it, screwed up again. Why can't I just play it cool? Ah, thanks, Sebastian. Poor Sebastian-kun, thinking he needs to hide his true self from me. He started to try and compliment me like this after I told him I got a little crush on Senpai, and asked if he liked him too. Sebastian-kun must have realized that I knew, but he never dared to say it out loud, and he probably stumbles over his own words like that because he wants to use the word fabulous or something, but realizes it will be a bit too on the nose. I mean, what other explanation could there be that Sebastian-kun isn't gay after all? Oh man, Yandere-chan, you are so oblivious. That's silly. Why would he stutter, blush, and look away when I asked him what girls he liked, when he doesn't even like any of the other girls? Why would he start complimenting me after I told him there's someone I like? Boys aren't that complicated, silly. So anyway, how are you doing on that test we got tomorrow? I think I've got it. How about you? You think? Lionel, what has been happening to you lately? You used to be such an avid learner, but these days you rarely got anything than a passing grade. Is it because of the stalker outside? The one you said you had a crush on? It is, isn't it? Quickly, I glanced aside to ease my suspicions, but what I saw only confirmed the unthinkable. What? Where did Senpai go? The corridor is empty. The man who had been standing there just a few minutes ago vanished, and Lionel already knew where he went. Damn it, Lionel! You shouldn't let someone like that get to you. He's bad news. It seems Sebastian didn't notice the stalker when he opened the window and climbed in. Wait, what? Nor did he notice it when the stalker took out a gag and walked towards him. Sebastian, behind you! Sebastian turns around and sees Senpai standing in his room. He quickly gets up and takes a defensive position. The ponies are you doing in my room? Instead of answering his question, Senpai swings his fist at Sebastian-kun, which Sebastian-kun barely manages to dodge. No need to struggle, pretty boy. Just lay down and we'll be all over soon. I promise. I'll be gentle if you don't resist. What? You want to sunshine me? The rainbows? What's the matter, pretty boy? Am I not pretty enough for you? No, I'm not gay, you fairy! Wait, not gay? What does Sebastian mean, not gay? Neither were the other boys I bought candy for. Do you really think your preferences matter to me? I'm not gonna let you befriend me, you princess! I love Lionel, not some puppy like you! Sebastian loves me? Sebastian couldn't in love with me? But I thought... So when I asked him which girl he liked, he was just too embarrassed to tell me after all, and when I told him about my crush on Pet Senpai, he did get jealous? But... Sebastian Senpai, I remember now. My love for you was so deep. My burning desire so passionate when I thought we couldn't be together. It broke my heart the moment I thought you were gay. I knew we couldn't be together. Even if I were to confess my feelings to you, you tried to love me in return. I knew you could never truly love me. A love would be a lie. I couldn't live with that. Even though it would be a lie, I wanted to have it. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to be held. So I convinced myself I was no longer in love with you, Sebastian Senpai. That I had moved on to another crush. That the burning desire I felt was not towards you. I projected those feelings towards someone else. I distracted them towards the first man I saw. Directed them towards a stalker. He's no vigilante. He's a creep. A low-life perv. And I knew that. I knew it from the beginning. I even brought a mace when he started to hang around our neighborhood because it felt unsafe. But when my heart was broken, I suppressed those memories and my sense of rationality. I convinced myself into believing that creepy stalker was my prince and ignored all reason. Oh, Sebastian Senpai, how I must have broken your heart with my delusional love for a filthy stalker. My heart belonged to you all this time. I just didn't know it myself. And now, my Sebastian Senpai is in danger. I must save him, quick! I quickly grabbed the mace I bought a few months ago and opened my window. My room is on the second floor, but I don't hesitate as I climbed out. Good. The stalker left Sebastian Senpai's window open, and fortunately, it's on the same floor as mine. I don't think of the height. I don't consider what will happen if I slip. I don't think of anything really. All I can think of is that I have to save Sebastian Senpai. I jump and grab onto the sill of Sebastian Senpai's window. A second later, I'm sitting in his room. By now, the stalker has cornered Sebastian Senpai. Lionel, why did you come here? Never mind. Get out of here quick. It's too dangerous. I'll be fine. Fine? You think you'll be fine? My darling Sebastian, you have no idea what I'm about to do to you. You won't be fine. The stalker lets out an ominous laugh that sends shivers down my spine. Oh, what a creep. How did I ever think of him as anything more than that? And you, Missy, I suggest you listen to your little boyfriend here. Get out. Now. Once you see what's about to happen, you can never forget it. And trust me, you wish you could forget. Before the stalker can finish his taunt, Sebastian Senpai grabs a desk lamp and swings it on the stalker's head, shattering the light bulb. The stalker stumbles forward a bit from the sudden impact, and Sebastian Senpai quickly dashes past him. Sebastian Senpai quickly stops in front of me and turns around towards the stalker, taking a defensive position to shield me from the intruder. Quick, Lionel, get out of here! I'll hold him off! But Sebastian, I'll be right behind you. Now go! The stalker recovers from the blow and rubs the sore spot where the lamp hits him. You know, I was trying to be a nice guy, trying to go easy on you, but you just had to resist me, didn't you? You just had to make me angry. And trust me, you won't like me when I'm angry. When I'm gentle, you can survive my, let's call them, love taps. In fact, there are a few pretty boys who lied down and didn't resist, and they lived to see another day. But when a pretty boy makes me mad, I don't show such restraint. No. When they think they can harm me, it fills me with this unbridled rage. I just get so angry I can't help myself, and once I get started, there's no stopping me. I'll keep going and going until there's nothing left but a bloated kitty cat beaten to a bloody lemon covered in freckles. And then I skull bandana each and every one of those freckles until each one of them is oozing with my strawberry yogurt. But before it even comes to that, I have some fun with you while we're still alive. I'll invite you to a nice dinner and introduce you to some friends. I'm sure we'll have a great time together. The stalker pulls back his coat a bit to show a nasty-looking knife stained with rust and blood on his belt. Especially my buddy, Gutter here, is my favorite of mine. He's a bit worn down, but the rust only makes him even more interesting. He has a lot of funny stories from all the adventures he and his friends have had. Just because he's a bit older doesn't mean he can't be just as fun, kids. Respect your elders is a great virtue. Enough about that. Let's talk about something fun. Does anyone like jokes? What do you call a boomerang that doesn't return when you throw it? A sick. Good joke, right? It's always better to talk things out and make new friends rather than arguing. Sunshine and rainbows, hugs and kisses, friendship. Dear Lord, is he still saying no words? I'm starting to run out of happy thoughts. So how about those Packers, huh? They've been doing rather well for themselves lately, haven't they? Okay, I don't know if they're doing anything good or bad right now. I don't even know what sport the Packers play. I'm just trying to make small talk. I get nervous meeting new people. You sick! How could you even say, much less do such despicable things? You're inhuman! It's finally done. Oh, thank Haruhi. I can never unhear the things I had to censor. Stay back, Lionel. This guy is obviously sick in the head. We better make a run for it. Run? You really think I'll let you escape? No. I'll befriend you, and I'll make her watch. And then, I'll shake hands with both of you. No loose ends. Suddenly, the stalker lunges at us. Sebastian Senpai screams in fear and jumps back. Plonk! The stalker slumps to the ground, and spaghetti sauce drips from his temples. Oh my god. Lionel, what do you have, a mace? Or self-protection, silly. When a woman wants to protect herself, she carries a pepper spray, a taser, or a mace with her. The pepper spray is for weak women who have a lot of experience with spray cans. The taser is for weak women too, but it's more painful and requires close range. I'm pretty strong, so I chose the mace. It's a much better weapon if you know how to use it, seeing how it knocks out the assailant rather than temporarily stunning them. But it only shows how this menocentric society looks down on us women. When I went out to buy myself some self-protection a few months ago, there were no maces in the section where the other self-defense goods were, and the clerk looked at me as if I was crazy when I asked him. Oh, you must mean the pepper spray. It's right there. That jerk already convinced himself I was too weak to wield a weapon that could actually do something against an assailant. And even at the medieval fair where I bought the mace, they thought I was just joking around or preparing a running gag. Yeah, women who actually fight back, hilarious, isn't it? Can't believe how anti-feminist men still are. It's 2017 for crying out loud. Yeah, sure. Enough about that, Sebastian Senpai. Let's call the cops on this guy. Senpai, huh? Been a while since you called me that. Just when I was starting to get used to the kun thing. Clonk. Ouch. Oh, and Sebastian Senpai. Yes, Lionel? Isn't there something you'd like to tell me? What? I already heard you saying it to him, but I'd like to hear you say it to me too. I nudged towards the unconscious stalker and looked back at Sebastian Senpai. I awkwardly fiddled my fingers and hide them behind my back to cover it up. You are Lionel. You can do it, Sebastian Senpai. Okay, Lionel, I like you. I like you, so I was wondering, Would you like to go on a date with... I jump into Sebastian Senpai's arms before he can finish his sentence and kiss him. He seems shocked at first, but then he kisses me back. Oh, Sebastian Senpai. I've waited for so long for you to ask me that. We're together. At last. True love end. Aww. Anyway, that was Stalker Yandere. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. And if you want to play this for yourself, hey, it's linked in the description below as well. I might come back and play the version of this where all the sensors are turned off, but that will likely go on my Patreon. Say, hey, if you want to see that, link to my Patreon is also in the description below. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day. You take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lionel, signing off. Ciao.